first of all, I'd like to thank organizers that they gave me an opportunity to come to this nice country and this nice city, as it's for the first time I'm here. I know it's a shame, but I hope it's mended now. And I'd like to present you or tell you about our community supported agriculture scheme that we started in Prague a few years ago. I work in an NGO that deals with organic farming and food education, advocacy, and so on. So we always had a very close relationship to food distribution and so on. And our organization was organizing buying groups and so on, which we found really complicated in terms of staff involvement and making orders and farmers not knowing how much we will take and so on. So we were seeking another scheme which we found in community supported agriculture. So in 2009 we had a French so-called MUP, which is I think Bertil already talked about it. It's an association for maintenance of small-scale and local farming in France, and the representatives of this system were in the Czech Republic talking about this system. We organized few workshops across the country, and so we got an inspiration in starting the similar scheme in Prague. So we formed an informal community of about 60 consumers, and later on it developed with four farmers. In the beginning it was only 2 farmers, and we made a system when every farmer was in agreement with each consumer. In the beginning it was a written agreement, but afterwards we realized that it's not necessary. So nowadays it's just an oral agreement, and our organization in the beginning and then the core group of the consumers take over the role of coordination, the contact between farmers and the group of consumers. So nowadays we've got 2 independent groups in different parts of Prague. One is a group of around 10 to 15 consumers with 1 vegetable grower, and the second one, which I will talk most because I'm involved in it, is in a different part of Prague. It has roughly 50 people involved and 3 farmers, 1 vegetable grower, 1 dairy product producer, and one hen grower. It means egg producer. So these 2 groups are set up or built on the same ideas of community supported agriculture as Fabian already described, which means that the main thing is that we share the risk and rewards of farming, and we pay not for food but the agriculture. But the 2 groups create their own rules. One is run just by the farmer, and the other is run by consumers, by the small group of consumers, including me. And the consumer-led, which is in Prague 10, which is bigger, does better now because farmer obviously does not have much time to communicate with people and so on. So how it works, what do the consumers do, what is their commitment to the farmer is an payment in advance. So the farmer knows that for the 6 months, it's nearly the whole season, he has orders for this whole season from those 50 people. So he knows that during the top season in summer, he will distribute us with the same amount of vegetables as during the winter, because in Prague it's quite common, and I think it's nearly everywhere the same, that people go away through the summer, and the farmers have no one to sell their products to when they have the most vegetables. So this is one security that farmer gets from our system. Another one is we call risk sharing. The price or the money that we give to the farmer cannot be claimed back. So even if you cannot get your vegetables, you won't get your money back. This is the security for the farmer to be sure that he will get his money. Later on, I'll discuss this in more details. Every member of our group participates on the pickup days, as the farmer brings this stuff in whole crates, and every consumer collects his own share that is written on a table. How much has everyone to take, and there is always one consumer that takes people whether they already were here, and he then cleans the place and so on. Down there you can see our pickup place that is located in an environmental center of Prague, which is a former farm, and now there is a environmental education center. Other ways how consumers are related to the system are pick your own days when we come to the farm to pick pumpkins or something like this that is easily to be picked. And there's also possibility for consumers to pay through on-farm work, just to enable also low-income people to take part in the system, because we don't want the organic vegetables to be an exclusive thing. We want to make it available to nearly everyone. So our groups has some guidelines or rules. We've got a common codex of our support your local farmer community, which every member and a farmer must sign in the beginning of the season. It's not given by any law or legislation. It's just building a trust that we have something written. The deliveries take place from June to November, which is one part of the season, and if there is enough produce, we continue to January and sometimes even to March. The shares, or the farmer comes to our outlet place every week, which is this environmental center I mentioned above, and the other group has an outlet place at a cafe. And in this environmental center, the pickup day is organized by the members. In cafe, the staff of the cafe organizes the pickup day, and their wage is a share of vegetables. Every consumers, they cannot choose what they will get. They will just get the same amount. Everyone will get the same amount of the vegetables that are produced on farm, just to make it easier for the farmer, not to force him to weigh individual orders. So the reason is that it saves his work, and also he can give us a better price, of course, because he doesn't have that much labor with it. But the consumers can choose whether they will get their share every week or every 14 days.